Hi there, good evening everyone. I'm Taylor Epps. Michael is taking some well-deserved time off. Topping Voices tonight, we're talking about the struggles of early age dementia following the news of Wendy Williams' devastating diagnosis. It was announced yesterday that the veteran talk show host, who was only 59, was diagnosed last year with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia, or FTD. Now, this diagnosis might sound familiar, as the same type of dementia is what actor Bruce Willis is currently battling at the age of 68. Now, FTD, which affects speech and personality, accounts for roughly 10 to 20% of dementia cases, with 60% of patients between the ages of 45 and 64. So we're taking extra time tonight to better understand this diagnosis with the help of Alzheimer's Foundation of America. I had the opportunity to speak earlier with Dr. Allison Reiss, a member of the AFA's Medical, Scientific, and Memory Screening Advisory Board. Dr. Reiss, thank you so much for joining us here on Voices. Now, we know FTD, or frontotemporal dementia, is the most common form of dementia for people under age 60. So can you explain just what it is and how it progresses?
Thank you for having me here to talk about this really important topic and give a little information to the public. So what we do know about these diseases is that frontotemporal dementia is an umbrella term, and it encompasses a lot of different pathologies and courses and pathways, but what they have in common is nerves dying in the brain, and dying in the brain in a specific pattern. And the pattern is just as expressed in the term, the front of the brain, and the temporal area. There is a lack of language. There is a difficulty communicating. It can be either difficulty in finding words and in expressing yourself and in just describing things and naming objects, or it can be halting speech where the actual ability to get that speech out becomes difficult. But even though that might be some of the early symptoms of frontotemporal dementia, this what we call aphasia, as it progresses, more problems become apparent. Problems with memory come later, but they will come eventually, and behavioral changes. Family will often say that the personality of this individual has changed, that they're not behaving as they always did in the past. It's really kind of tough to see. But in the end, unfortunately, all of the changes lead to the global dementia that we think of when we think of someone who really has dementia and becomes unable to really function and care for themselves. And this is, in the end, a fatal progressive disease, and we don't have any treatment.
Yeah, it's so scary. And because there's no treatment or no known cure for the disease, what kinds of things can people do to help manage the effects?
So this is where I and many others in the field are trying desperately to figure out treatments for all of these diseases that are, considered neurodegeneration. And I think if you find something that works for one, it's going to be a breakthrough for many. So what we try to do is figure out what's really going wrong at the molecular level to try to fix this problem. And the Willis family has done so much, to bring awareness, to move these kinds of things forward. And from what has happened to Wendy Williams, we can hope again that out of these things, good results can come, better for the future. And for right now, what I can say is we know the elements of brain health that are just key that everyone should try to do. Those are: take good care of yourself, nourish yourself well, engage in physical activity and exercise. Do not smoke. Don't abuse drugs or alcohol or tobacco. Treat your brain and your body with respect. Make sure your vitamin D levels are good. After COVID, especially, and in older people, we are seeing these incredible low levels of vitamin D. Your head is a delicate thing. Don't keep banging it and injuring it. Take care of it. Wear helmets. Try not to have repetitive head injuries. We just know that this is very damaging to the brain. Be with people, engage socially, do puzzles, learn languages, dance. Live life to your fullest and keep your brain always searching for that new thing that makes you curious and interested.
Those are really great tips, really important that we're having this conversation. And I also know that the Alzheimer's Foundation of America also have some tips, so we have those for you on WKBW.com. Dr. Allison Reiss from the Alzheimer's Foundation of America, thank you so much again for joining us.
Thank you.